Hello, everybody. My name is Richard Vigorelli, and this is Vigorelli Institute. I think I've worked out the microphone so far. We'll find out. I just got finished watching a movie. I don't know if you've heard of this one before. I don't know if you haven't. The Goonies. Oh, yes. 1985. This guy is, it's not young. 40 now? Nearly. So there's going to be some spoilers. Yeah. So, never seen this before. I was born in 1983. Yes, I'm sniffing 42. Holy crap. And, it was deemed unsuitable for my eyes when I was a kid. I don't know why. All my friends got to watch it. Of course, a lot of my friends got to watch horror movies, too. It's weird. Anyway, let's talk about this movie, shall we? So, this is about a bunch of kids. I want to say they are, based on what one of them says, they're either in 5th or 6th grade. It is early fall. School has just started. And there's an evil corporation trying to foreclose on the main kid's house. That would be Mikey. Him and his big brother live there with mom and dad, and they really like living there. You see, what this company wants to do is bulldoze all these houses and put in a country club. Because why not? Apparently this was a thing in the 80s. Anyway. They are desperate to find some money, and they basically have that day to do it. Now, the movie actually starts off with a prison break. Yeah. See, one of my friends told me when you watch the movie, you're going to get the opening scene, you will not think this is a kid's movie. It's a kid's movie. This is actually PG, which I thought was interesting because one of the kids swears. Or is it PG-13? Either way. Okay. So what happens is these guys are called the Fratellis, and they are not good people. So they're going around the town, messing stuff up, and they find this old restaurant, and they basically hold up in there. Now, we find out through the kids that this one kid, his name's Mikey, he's going to be moving, and he's got a bunch of friends, and they call their little group the Goonies, hence the name. And they're kind of a ragtag little group of kids, you know. One of them's obese. That will be Chunk. That's where you get the truffle shuffle. He only does it once, though, and I really wasn't impressed. We got another kid. He's Japanese. His name is Data. And he's really smart, and he barely speaks English. It was the 80s. Hush. Then you got this other kid. He's kind of a little brat, and I probably would not have been friends with him growing up. He lies, he cheats, he messes with people. Richard, that sounds like you. Yes, but I do it in good fun, and I don't tell lies. I'll tease you a little. But I'm not going to destroy you. Okay? That's bad. Well, this kid, I can't say that on YouTube. Anyway. So what happens is, as they're starting to clean out the attic, they happen across an old painting that's got a treasure map on it. And a little doubloon that's kind of serving as a marker. So they follow the clues, and it leads them to the restaurant where the gang is held up. Well, they get separated in the course of this, and Chunk finds this guy. He's horrifically deformed. Call him developmentally challenged, to say the least, and he is being held in chains. Now, we come to find out later that the people that have chained him are the Fratellis, and that's actually his family. Like I said, they're not good people. So, Chunk befriends the guy, and they kidnap the kids. The kids manage to weasel away, and one of the things you find with quasi-coming-of-age stories, especially when you're moving from, say, grade school to middle school, and you're developing your sense of self and all of that, and you're in a movie, adults are completely incompetent. They cannot see the forest for the trees. The bad guys will hold all kinds of weapons at you. They will be able to outclass you in every single way. And they basically fall for the, hey, look over there trick. One of the things that drives me nuts about this type. Anyway, put that on just because I'm busy. Anyway. So what happens is they find their way into a cave system that runs under the town, okay, and all the way out to the coast, all right? See, there was a guy way back when, about within the movie 340 years before, he had sailed a ship in there with a bunch of gold, laid a bunch of traps, and then just kind of let himself die along with the rest of his crew. So pretty much the worthy would be able to get it. Anyway, they happen to find all of this, and somehow, we'll call it Irish luck, they get through. The bad guys follow them. The bad guys barely manage to keep the bad guys away through, kid hijinks. Data, the little Asian kid, he's got to be specific, I think he's Japanese. Anyway, he's got a bunch of gadgets. He's got a belt that's got a magnet on it that he can pull stuff with. It ends up pulling him twice. He's also got oil slick in his shoes. All he's got to do is press some buttons and it squirts out. And he soaks a log and causes the bad guys to fall and rack themselves. It's meant to be funny. It was good. So they get to the gold and everything goes well. The bad guys manage to get there and they grab the kids. They're going to do bad things to them. I can't say the words on YouTube. And make them walk the plank. Because after, 340 years, the pirate ship's still intact and in largely working order. Which I thought was interesting. Especially since it's still in the water. We'll get to that. So, the kids start grabbing gold and they start running. But the bad guys are closing in behind them. They capture them, force them to, give up the gold and so forth. And the bad guys start grabbing the gold, the rest of the gold off of the ship, and they trigger a booby trap, so they have to run. Kids think that the dynamite they found was candles, so they light it and go, holy crap. So they destabilize the cavern, and the ship gets away. But we'll get to that. In order for them to get out of the cavern, they have to figure out this lock that is a 340-year-old piano made out of bones. And by the way, if you hit the wrong keys, you die. But if you hit the right ones, then a little passageway opens up and you can get out. So, yeah. Really cute little fantasy. So they get out there, and they just happen to have some gems that Mikey managed to stow away on his person that the bad guys didn't find. And they save the house from being bought out by the bad guy, by the evil corporation, and they can stay living there and keep doing the kids' stuff. And his older brother gets himself a nice girlfriend, and the jerk kid gets himself a girlfriend too. I don't know how. But anyway, happy ending. The pirate ship sails off into the sunset. I'm not quite sure if this is East or West Coast. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, my impressions on this story. It is most definitely an 80s movie. The special effects in it are 100% practical. It is straight up movie magic. Most of the time, you can tell they are on a sound stage. That's pretty obvious. It is a decent sound stage, but a sound stage nonetheless. For those of you who do not know what a sound stage is, what you do is you take a warehouse and you build stuff in it to do things. You have cameras rolling, go pretending people, do things, say words. That's what a sound stage is. Okay? I have been on one. Oh, yeah. Because I did used to be an actor once upon a time. Otherwise, they use exterior shots. From what I can tell, they're up in New England, maybe the mid-Atlantic, so I'm not quite sure how the pirate ship is sailing away into the sunset, unless, they showed up at dawn and it's now sailing off into sunrise. But anyhow, the bad guys are 100% incompetent. Which I'm just saying, if I was them, find the kids, it's going to be fast, okay? Don't mess with them. Just do the thing, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that was what would logically happen, okay? Now, as far as the pirate ship goes, after 340 years, now there is apparently enough of a give within this rock that seawater is able to come in and fill the area. Okay? So through years of storms, the sea level really hasn't changed, and really hasn't changed at all. By the way, maybe an inch or two, tops. Yeah. That ship is not going to be seaworthy. It's not going to sail. In fact, standing on it, even honestly looking at it cross-eyed is probably going to make the stupid thing fall apart if it even exists. Just because that's how wood works. Okay? There's going to be stuff in that seawater that is alive, unless the seawater is 100% blocked, in which case, well, still going to rot. Okay? That is, see, when the humans rotted out that were on there, because we have bones, I'm going to assume there was meat on them at one point. When those rotted away, all of the stuff that lives in and on us would have been on the wood. And there's plenty of water there. There's plenty of stuff. Bugs getting in would have eaten the wood. In fact, if there would have been a ship in there in 1985, or hell, even 1900, there would have been parts. It would not have been seaworthy. It would have been, you breathe on it hard and it's going to fall apart. If you know otherwise, please let me know. I kind of want you to prove me wrong because it's a fun story. Okay? So I kind of highly doubt that the ship would have gotten away. Not only that, a few plot holes. There's a few things that were not really accounted for, such as the Fratellis. We don't see them Minecrafted at all, so I kind of assume they're still alive and on the ship. So they're sailing out. I guess they'll be picked up by the Coast Guard. Sails are still intact too, which I thought that was weird. Did not like Chunk. He's kind of obnoxious. Like, really obnoxious. I know a lot of my friends that have seen this movie like, oh, dude, Chunk is awesome. He's got, like, this, like, dance and stuff. I didn't like Chunk. He annoyed me. And there was the other kid. He really annoyed me, too. Yeah. Mikey was okay. He was at least hopeful. He did his best. Okay. Later on, the actor would go on to play Samwise. Yeah, seriously, that's him. Neat, huh? Corey Feldman played the annoying kid. Not Chunk, the other one. I can't remember his name. Not important. So, do I like this movie? It's not bad. It's not great. I don't really see the nostalgia factor in it, but then again, I'm middle-aged and watching it for the first time. As to my best of my knowledge, it's banned where I'm from. Who knows? Anyway, I think that's about all I've got for you. So, I will be back later with something else. Lots I kind of want to do, especially with this new microphone. Hello. And we will go from there. Okay? If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if I'm totally off base with this thing. If this is like the greatest kids movie in the history of kids movies, or if you're going like, yeah, dude, this thing's kind of dumb. Please do let me know. Okay? Also, let's see here. Visit my website, vimandvigorelli.com. I've got books, merchandise, etc. there, including this one. Yeah, if you get the joke. Anyway, I will be back later. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. You take care now. Bye-bye.